Hey guys, welcome to the Commander Lounge. This is my sealed deck that I played at the pre-release. As you can tell, no, I didn't get to play a Tarka. I didn't get to pick a Tarka when they called my name up for the pre-release because they only had so many of each one. I was left with this one, the Kalagan, a Jutai, and something else and something else. And the only two I was thinking of was either this or a Jutai, and I wasn't gonna play blue. I didn't want to. I was thinking, with the Jutai, probably I should have picked them if I wanted to win more packs. But I just really wanted to play red really bad, so I picked Calagan, and I went into it really sketchy because I really didn't think Dash was that great and sealed. Like I thought there were so many cards that kind of trumped the Dash strategy, but actually it went surprisingly well. And let's get into it. I got lucky in my seeded pack and got Dragon Lord Calagan, which is the Elder Dragon, 6/5, with flying and haste that gives other creatures you control have haste. I mean, it's I don't know if I said it already, but 6-drop. It's a red and a black and 4 colorless. And whenever an opponent casts a creature or planeswalker spell with the same name as a card in his or her graveyard, that player loses 10 life. That never happened, but this card won me like 2 games on its own. So, thank you, Calagan. So we go next one. Swift Warkite, which he actually won me a game too. He's a flying 4/4 for 6, once again with the red black in it. And when he enters the battlefield, you can bring back a creature with converted mana cost 3 or less from the battlefield. And it's weird because it comes in and it's basically like it's dashing because it has haste, and then you return it to your hand. So it's like it turns, even if it doesn't have dash, it's got dash for that turn. Which yeah, this card did work 1 game for me. And then we got Sprinting Warbrute, which was probably, like, even though this is a red black dash deck, like, I didn't really use dash that much. But this is one of the cards that you always wanted to dash in just because of the toughness. Like Sprinting Warbrute, 5, you can dash in for 4 for a 5/4. It's amazing. Atarka Pummeler was kind of like my 23rd spot, or my 23rd spot in my deck. Formidable, I think I used this once. I don't really remember. I might have used this once. I don't know. I don't remember. He's alright though. 4/5 for 5, fine. Warbringer, this card was absolutely pointless. I thought, the 2 less for dash was going to be important. Absolutely not important. I'd rather dash him in for 3 for 3. So yeah. Maybe it's just how I built my deck. It doesn't have crazy amounts of dash. And the curve actually goes up to 6, which is not exactly what Dash wants. But I mean, at the same time, you open Calagan, you kind of got to play. And it's in a sealed deck, so it's completely alright to do it. If it was draft, that's different. Alright, now this one, very exciting. Vanilla 4 mana cost 4/3. Yeah, he did stuff, I guess. This card was actually one of the top cards in my deck. And I was worried about its toughness being only 3 toughness, but you dash him in at the right time, and that's game. People don't see 5 power dash coming in for 4 mana. Like, they actually get more worried about well, they do get worried about the 1 dash card, but this guy comes in for 5. I mean, this is just this actually stole me some games, so it's pretty good. And then we have Reckless Imp. He actually didn't do much. He's a very good card, but I think I just got really unlucky when I played him. Like, I thought he was going to win me a couple games out of nowhere, but no, not really. But he's still a great card. I'm surprised he underperformed. And then we got 2/3 for 3, which is dash for 2. Just a good dash creature. If you can't play anything turn 2, just dash him and get 2 damage in. That's the only time I really dashed, was when I was either late game and I couldn't, or beginning when I couldn't play anything. It was just like, it's either your mana sink or I got nothing to play, I got a dash. So yeah, he was good for that, I guess. And having 3 toughness was really good. Hooded Assassin was pretty good because it was also pseudo removal. But mainly he came in as a 2/3. He came in with a 1/1 counter on him. And then next we have Dragon Fodder, just a great card. Had to play him. And then we had Hand of Silumgar, which is 2/1 Death Touch. He was amazing. I had that 1 card Tail Whip, which it didn't matter how big your creature was, just because I was hitting you with Death Touch. I was just like sniping people out with that. I did that a couple times. with him. So he was amazing. He was fun. And then we have these guys, 2/2s for 2s that dash for 3. Boring. Boring. Alright, now we go to the removal. Ultimate price I was actually worried about because of the crazy big dragons and multicolors. But because I thought this was just going to be a lot of dragons. But I was so amazed when most of my matches when there wasn't, many dragons coming out, I either got crushed by big creatures or by little flyers swarming in the air. It was never a big dragon. Usually by that time I could lose calm them and then grab their dragon and kill them, kill them with their own dragon. Ultimate Price just did so much work in this deck. I was so worried. When I played my first match and got beat, I was just like, oh, this deck sucks. But then I just started just running people over with my aggro and my good tempo with all my removal. And that's a big important thing to playing, I guess this quote-unquote dash aggro deck, is that you need a lot of cheap removal or else this plan just falls apart. If you don't have a lot of removal, do not go the aggro route because you will not get there. You need to basically be bringing somebody in, swing, kill something, bring someone in, swing, kill something, and then near the end, once they finally get their big thing that can stabilize, you just take control of it with lose calm or something. So next we have Roast, which is 2 for 5 damage without flying. He was all right. He killed stuff, I guess. I just hated that I couldn't deal with any of the flying creatures. Flatten was an amazing card. It was kind of tough in this deck. I only used it a couple times because in this deck I didn't see it that much. But I mean, there was a lot of times where I really didn't need a forecasting cost. I really wanted to either dash in one of my bombs or just, there's just a lot of times, 4 mana was real heavy to use this, but it's still a great card. And Tail Slash was almost the MVP in this deck. This card comboed real well with that 2/1 Death Toucher, because it deals damage to a target creature equal to its, to my creature's power, and with Death Touch that was sniping big stuff out. And Tail Slash, just such a good card. Insane. Kindled Fury was your, perfect dash kind of removal card. It was always removing something. It did work. I had this one spot where a guy was about to, he was about to do something. He did some combat trick. I just gave him 1-0 in first strike, and he's like, alright, that's good. And then Mind Rot was surprisingly very well. This was the first time I've actually played any sealed games with Mind Rot. I usually always was scared to play Mind Rot. But in an aggressive deck, it's so good because when it gets to late game, you got to get rid of those 2 cards in their hands because it's either bomb or removal, and you don't want them having either. And sometimes it's both. Mind Rot was real good in this deck. And then we have our ways of winning the game. We had Sarkhan's Rage. Never won me the game. It actually dealt me 5 damage to my face one time because I had to kill that dragon that when you target it dealt 3 damage to me. And obviously I didn't have a dragon in my hand or out on the battlefield, so I had to lava axe myself to kill a dragon, so kind of sucked. But I mean, I think he's still good in the deck as a finisher, especially in a dash deck. He's real good. And we had Temur Battle Rage. Yeah, this game pissed people off. I mean, this card pissed people off, I think. I'd play this and they'd be like, "Oh, you're playing this kind of deck," and I was like, "Yeah." You get, you can dash in your 5/3 and then they don't block it, and then you go, okay, I'll give it double strike, and they're like, down to 10. Temur Battle Rage was real good. And then the MVP of this deck was Lose Calm. Holy Jesus, is this card amazing. Like I told you, with this dash aggro, you just get in there, kill something, get in there, kill something, get in there, and then finally they try to stabilize, and you take that big card and you just bring it right back on their face. And the best thing about it is that creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. With a flying creature, that's usually GG right there. It's insane. I actually used this on a Cinder Elemental to Flame Slash. I took their Cinder Elemental, then sacrificed it to Flame Slash another one of their guys. I did that actually twice in one match, and it was hilarious. But yeah, this was real good. So yeah, let me just let you guys know how my matches went. The first match, I got absolutely crushed by a blue-white flying tempo deck, and it was amazing. It ended up making the top 2. I don't know if he won or not because I ended up talking to him after the match. My second match, I absolutely obliterated a green-white deck that just, like I told you, the one game where he came close to stabilizing, he brought out his legendary dragon, and I just took it from him and then killed him with it. And then my third match, I ran over a black-white mid-range. I think it was an Esper. I think it splashed blue in it, but it was still, it was still real, it was a pretty good build. I just was so surprised that it was just straight black-white. Like, it was an interesting deck. And then my fourth match was really, really, really close. It was the mirror match, and it was literally the mirror match. Like, it was pretty much the same decks, except he didn't have the Caligon. I don't think he had either of the dragons, actually. But yeah, he ended up beating me at the end, and it was just so close. Like, I was down to 2 life, and I actually killed myself with the 5/3 that deals 2 damage every upkeep. And I know you guys are saying you should dash him in, but there's actually is a spot where you have to just straight out play him if you need to, like, if you're trying to go, in the racing route or something like that. Like, or if you're trying to, stabilize, like, and be like, okay, I can kill that creature next turn and then get in there for 5. So I had to hard cast him, and he ended up killing me in the end. But it was so close. And the funny thing is that even though I lost that match because the kid was playing 2-headed giant later, he actually went up there and said I won it and told me that later, which actually led me to going 4-2 and winning 6 packs. Which I only have 4 packs on me. I'm gonna open packs after this. Because I gave him 2 of them just because I was like, dude, that was nice of you to give me the game. He could have taken that win and then dropped, and then I still could have gone 4-2, but that would have changed the whole tournament structure. It could have been completely different, and I would have never gotten to steal a Cinder Elemental and use it on somebody else, which was awesome. So the 5th match, I literally got my ass whooped by the deck I imagined myself playing at the pre-release. It was a perfect Atarka deck. It had the Cinder Elemental, and it did work. And basically, he just Hulk smashed me with all his big creatures, man, just like I wanted to do. The only thing is that he didn't really ramp crazy like I was imagining doing in mine. So it wasn't exactly how I wanted to do, but just seeing green-red play against me and then even play the Cinder Elemental right on turn 3, I was just like, I was crying on the inside, and then I got crushed, and it made me cry even more on the inside. Alright, so my 6th and final match was against a Temur deck, and the only reason he built a Temur deck, like, he pushed this deck so hard was because it had the Planeswalker Sarkhan in it, and I completely understand that move. You open that, you just want to play that, even though commons and uncommons rule the limited world, like, when you have an opportunity to play a Planeswalker, it's tough to say no to that. I mean, especially when it's 3 colors, you're like, damn, man, I really got to push this, But yeah, this is the one where I stole the Crater Elemental and Flame Slash his guy, and I stole the Crater Elemental the last game for the win. But the second game, he actually beat me by cloning his whole battlefield with that, what was it, a 9-drop? I think it was a 9-drop where it clones all the battlefield. I forgot the name of it, but that move was crazy, but it was a good game. But all in all, it was just pre-release was a blast. I didn't trade a lot. I got to play Commander beforehand. I didn't play Commander afterwards because I had to meet up with my girlfriend. But I mean, it was a good time. And also, the cool thing is that my local game store, for the dice roll game that they had, they turned it into like a carnival thing where they gave out tickets for every 4 points you scored. Like, every match that you played, if you won it, you get to roll twice, and if you lose it, you only got to roll once. But every 4 points, you get a ticket, and then at the end, they had they had the promos and stuff that you can win, but you could also turn in your tickets for other cards. And I actually turned in I think I got 26 tickets by the end of it. So it's you guys can do the math. It's it's every 4 points I got a ticket. So that would be, I'll try to do it for you. That would be like a little over, like averaging like 6 tickets per roll or something. I don't know exactly. I don't feel like doing the math right now. I could have done it before making this video like a smart guy, but I didn't. But anyways, I got to actually get, from those 26 tickets, I actually picked up a Niv Mizzet the Firemind, which I wanted to get an old Dromar, that Esper Dragon General, but they were sold out by the time I got there, even though they said that they had it, so that kind of sucked. Alright, so now onto the stuff. Sorry you had to look at Jace the whole time. I know he's pretty, though. So now we're going to get into the packs that I won. So, like I said, I won 6, gave 2 away to the one guy just because he's a good, you know, even though he won the game and dropped out right afterwards, he let me, you know, he gave me the opportunity to get there to win these packs, basically. So, yeah, we're going to start out with opening Fate Reforged since that's boring. Everybody knows about Fate Reforged. Alright, we'll go through this generally quick because I don't really care about any of the other cards. Okay, that's a good card. Good card, sure. Yep, awesome. This card actually did work against me the last match. Ooh, 4-1, nice. Yep. I love this card. This card's real good. Oh, nice, Alicia. Maybe I could use you in Tiny Leaders or something in the future. Yeah, I haven't opened her yet, so that's cool. Alright, next one. Alright, let's do the other Fate Reforged one. Hey, wrong way. Warflare, that's a good card. Alright, whisk away, cool. Close, whatever. Yeah. Sandblast is good. Yeah, Blur. Pyrotechnics, alright. Yeah. Ooh, I got another. That's awesome. And I got a little foily. I don't know what that is, but this is cool. I got two of the generals. Alright, and we got, boring. And, oh, wow. Okay, that's the first time I've ran into that where I got a fetch land in there. So that's awesome. Alright, see, good karma comes back to you for giving those packs to that one kid for letting me win the game. And by the way, just to let you guys know, at the pre-release, you guys should really, like, I know I have budget like a boss and I'm telling you to value everything, but at the pre-release, it's the perfect time to, like, be nice to somebody. Like, if you end up winning packs or, like, just getting there, and especially, like, you know, share the wealth, man. If you thought the kid was nice or something nice to you, throw him a pack. I mean, especially if you're facing a really, you know, younger kid and it's the last match deciding for packs or something, because you know, especially if you're older like I am, you know, you have the experience over them, the years playing and everything, and you know, you just need to be a better person with that. You need to kind of share the love. Like, I know a lot of you guys would be like, hell no, I ain't sharing my packs, but I mean, it's, you know, in my perspective of it, is that I don't get to play Magic that much, so just being at a pre-release is all for me. You know, even if I would have given away like an Ugin to the kid and a Narset, you know, it was completely, I would kick myself in the ass, but at the same time, you know, I had a great time and it was completely worth that giving away Narset and Ugin to that one kid if he cracks both of them in some miraculous fashion. But yeah, just, you know, spread the love, guys. You know, I mean, if the guy's a complete douche, you don't have to give him anything. But I mean, if you generally enjoyed playing with the person or it was a close game, pass him a pack. You know, you don't need all them packs. All right. So now we're getting into Dragons of Tarkir. Good card. Whooped my butt, I think, in that blue-white tempo flying deck. Hey, Death Touch, this card's awesome. This card's pretty good. I love this card. Just because it turns on Formidable pretty easily. Yeah, this card can be really good and built in the right way. This card's going to see constructed play. Yeah. I've opened one of these. I was like, yeah, no, not going to use it. It was too cute. Alright, that's kind of cool. And what's our rare? Ah, that's pretty cool. That's an interesting card. I don't know if it's going to do anything yet, but I'll see. Alright, a warrior. That's a cool looking warrior. Alright, so let's go to our last and final pack. Let's see what we got here. Alright, come on, Narset. Let's get there. I want $50. Well, 70% of that, store credit. This card sucks. Don't ever play it. I'm sorry if the camera was off on any of these cards or anything, but I really don't really care about any of the commons and stuff. I'm not going to go into them with you or anything, because I really think, like, you know, you should kind of know if the card's good or not. Like, Elusive Spell in the right deck, it's real good. This card was really good. Yeah. Sure. This card sucks. Really good card, but didn't really do anything in my deck for some odd reason. Inspiring Call, Roast. I'm putting these in my binder because they're real good against Siege Rhino. I don't know if they're going to pop off in price. This card's supposed to be insane. I might put this in my binder too. Alright, let's see the last one. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, well that's what I've won. Well, at least I got a Wooded Foothills out of it. So yeah, let me know how you guys did the pre-release. Let me know how much fun you had. Let me know if there's any crazy stories you had to it, because I actually kept, there was a fight going on that I didn't even notice was going on. I actually kept from that stuff escalating. It was over, altered how to pay for an alter card from a kid, even though he should have agreed on a price before altering a card. That didn't happen, but I got them to kind of, you know, meet halfway with that. So, yeah, just let me know, you know, about the crazy stories and stuff. Let me know if you liked the video. Let me know if I missed something, you know, if I missed anything that dealt with the pre-release I was supposed to talk about. You know, I think I covered absolutely everything. But yeah, just like, favorite, and subscribe, and you guys have a good day. Take it easy.